Hello and welcome to another video with me, Winner Android, with another video of Weekly Entry, in which, as I kind of said last week, I literally just watched more movies, or one movie at least this week, when it comes to anime, so I'd have something to kind of carry me over for this week, considering all the anime for the season start ending next week. So I'll have all that to talk about next week, basically. But yeah, for this week I just got Isekai Quartet's movie to talk about. Which overall I don't really have much to say about the movie itself. But yeah, everyone got isekai'd again, in which this world that they were isekai'd into is honestly kind of interesting, considering you got Pantagruel there, which who was created by that old scientist in Konosuba, because he apparently ended up going to that world. So, yeah, that old scientist there causing problems still, as he always does. Though he already left, of course. And then you also got Vera, who is apparently an American spy from Tanya's world. And she is apparently an original character for this only. And then you also got Alec from ReZero, who has apparently only been mentioned in dialogue in the light novels so far. He was apparently around back before the calamity with Stella. So yeah, he's been long gone from ReZero basically or something. But yeah, one last one I guess is Nekoyan from Overlord, who only appeared during the credits there with that whole little slideshow of everything beforehand when it comes to all the characters in that world, who is one of the six great gods in the world, Overlord worlds and everything, who apparently died like hundreds of years ago, I think, apparently. But yeah, he's basically the reason why I got all those golems in that world there. So, yeah. But yeah, that's basically covering most of that stuff. End of the movie there, we get to see Otto and Garfield, which who have apparently now transferred into the class. So yeah, it's very clear we're going to have a third season, considering second season did end with it saying there's going to be another third season. And now we got the movie, which has Otto and Garfield being these, but we still have literally no news whatsoever of a third season. I don't even think a third season even been officially announced or anything, to be honest. Which is just kind of ridiculous. Like, how long has it been now? And there's literally no news whatsoever? Besides the fact that they have said that there's going to be another season at the end of the second season, and then teasing Otto and Garfield at the end of the movie? Yeah, besides that, we literally have no news at all. Which is honestly kind of weird. But, yeah. Isekai Quartet in general. The only way this stuff could even really be canon, to be honest, is if it basically eventually ends with everyone going back to their own worlds and everything, and them all losing their memories or something. Otherwise, authors would actually have to write it into their stories themselves and actually making it canon that way. So yeah, that's the only way Isekai Quartet could ever really be canon. To be honest, it'd kinda be nice if it was, but whatever. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to talk about here for Isekai Quartet, so I guess I'll kinda just move on to the next thing I have to talk about, which is Devious Worlds, because I got around to playing the update for that. Well, that's two updates for it, because I never got around to the previous one, because I kind of just scanned through that and didn't really feel like there's really enough content to really be worth talking about, so yeah. Version 83, go through the two things that are as added there, basically. So, Jamie skipping the mansion and going to the middle class houses instead. in which that first house you get to there, the guy there asks if you could help him set up his new entertainment system, in which once you're done with that, he offers to give you a drink. If you accept it, well, it's basically drugged. And yeah, goes on to fuck you, and he eventually brings his dog into it as well. Yeah. If you do not accept the drink, he asks you to test the entertainment system, and after choosing one of the videos for the test, and yeah, you apparently fall down into some kind of trap door and going into some never-ending basement or something. There really isn't that's enough there for me to really talk that much about that, to be honest. So yeah, kind of still a bit of a mystery there. But yeah, that's Jamie's stuff there done. So moving on to the next one, which is the new character, Teresa, which the only thing that she really has currently is that, well, her husband ends up apparently getting tons of debt. A lot of it. And yeah, got two choices there basically. Take control of the finances yourself and try and pay at least some of it off. And yeah, I'm not going to go into too much of that considering, well, I think you can kind of imagine the kind of things that happen there with what's written already. So far with that stuff alone, that's kind of making her the NTR character, to say the least. Yeah. Another thing you can do is sell your house and move in with your in-laws currently. Though there's not really much there, to be honest. But yeah, that's everything that was added in version 83. So moving on to the on 284, starting with Eric's stuff, of course, with the matchmaker thing. Yeah, and yeah, go to the matchmaker to find a new home, even if it's only temporarily, a temporary one, in which there's a bunch of options to choose from there, but not a single one of them has actually gotten anything written for them yet. So it ends right there immediately, basically. Then you got the sorted tasks in the want as that was added, in which, yeah, you get abducted by aliens, and you now have to survive on some Egypt-like alien planet, in which, in order to survive now, on top of needing food and water, of course, you also need to have sex constantly. Because if you don't have sex, you apparently turn to stone now. Yeah. And out of all the things that are currently available there, the only one that really has that much any kind of content for it yet so far is going on to be an adventure. And even then, there's not really that much. It's just that the lead up to that point is quite long, considering the amount of choices there are and everything, but there's only one option, just continuing leading towards that point. So yeah, there could be plenty of branching options all the way up to there, but yeah, none of that other stuff's been written yet, so yeah. Next thing, with Jamie declining to help set up with the entertainment system, the previous update in 83 there. And yeah, if you don't help him set up that entertainment system, you go on to the next house, obviously, which is a couple of married weebs, basically, in which they invite you inside to watch anime with them, in which afterwards they, yeah, ask if you want to have sex with them. And there are three options there, one being for the girl, one for the guy, and then there's third option for both, and the both options the only one that's currently available. But yeah, that's the thing there. And you kind of come fuck buddies with them, I guess. Eh. And to be honest, that there is much better than the first house, that's for sure. Considering that stuff's consensual at least. And doesn't involve dogs. Next thing with Jamie with the space pirates showing up, yeah. With this, you kind of go into a space storm to escape the pirates, but you end up getting warped to some random place and you're now completely lost. And yeah, you and Mac have to try and figure out how to get back and make some kind of contact with people that Mac actually knows. But until then, you're basically fending for yourselves in completely foreign territory, basically. And to be honest, there is a decent amount more contents there written, but I just can't be bothered. Let's try and go over it all, considering the stuff that's there doesn't have that much, but still decent amount, I guess. But not much really happens. But, yeah. Next thing. Holly giving into a strange boy smell. Yeah, you get bread. Simple as that. And still, this strange boy here in this thing, which, and yeah, previously was saying that I don't exactly know what this boy really is, and still don't know, but I'm very certain that he's not exactly human. So, yeah, this whole thing kind of just goes over a few months afterwards, I guess. The whole pregnancy and everything. But, yeah. I would still kind of really like to have more content when it comes to this. With that strange boy at the very least. Even just to kind of actually understand exactly what he is. But, yeah. Last thing, Cyan having the now having the option to just meet with her friends, which currently is just Leslie. That's there. But yeah, before we literally didn't have no way to actually just doing stuff with our friends there, but now we have that option, so yeah. One of the things that are currently available there with Leslie, though, is to go bother her neighbor, which is just a nerd currently, considering you can choose who her neighbor is there, and nerd's the only option available currently. And yeah, you can invite yourselves over pretty much, and he kind of lets you test out the VR MMO game that he's helping create and stuff. So yeah, not tons of contents there still. The other option that you can do with Leslie is full rounds like usual, and apparently on this route, Cyan and Leslie are a couple, or at the very least, fuck buddies. So yeah, that's kind of unique start to a character. Cause yeah, generally characters kind of things kind of just stay this are similar all the time when it comes to the beginning of things. And this is the first time I think I've seen one of the characters have some kind of massive change at the beginning, considering they normally don't have this kind of relationship or anything. They're just friends, pretty much. But here, that's not true. But yeah, with this here, you go full around out in the backyard and end up getting caught and blackmailed by Leslie's neighbor, which again is the nerd. And yeah, he gets his dogs involved in that as well. Yeah. But that's everything basically for Devious World. So yeah, got that stuff done. And yeah, I didn't really get much else done this week, considering I literally just did all that stuff for Devious World today. Literally spent the entire day going through all that basically. And didn't really have much time else to do anything else besides watching anime for today. So, yeah, I didn't get much done over the weekend, considering I would have liked to do Devious World over the weekend, but I never got around to doing that, considering Closet again. More molds showed up in there, so that had to be dealt with, and yeah, it was a very noisy weekend, guys. Had a fan in there for 3 whole days, which kind of made it hard to sleep. So, yeah, I was also wearing my headset here for the entire weekend, basically, so I could actually hear things easily. But yeah, didn't get much done over the weekend thanks to that. So, didn't get much done at all this week thanks to that still. Which also includes not getting back around to Trials and Tanger's Face. So yeah, I got try and continue that. I got other games that have gotten updates that I need to get around to playing. I'm sure Lessons in Love probably has gotten an update. Let me check real quick. Yeah, Lessons in Love has gotten another update already, though it's not public yet for some reason, despite the fact that it's been over 2 weeks since it was released, apparently, which is normally when the updates go public, is 2 weeks after it's first released, but still hasn't for some reason. But yeah, Lessons in Love does have an update, I just gotta wait for the darn thing to go public, so probably this week or something, so I guess I can get around to that if I don't get around to something else instead. But, yeah. I don't think I really have anything else to talk about. Yeah. So I guess I'll just go ahead and end the episode here then. Longer than normal, because Devious World takes quite a while to talk about normally. But, yeah. That there is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.